I have never felt this way before.
I knew I was worth more than that. I can't stop.
I know I can change.
I love myself.
Come together.
The past is over.
Right now.
The future hasn't happened yet.
Over me.
The only time is right now.
It's the season premiere of Dr. Phil.
Welcome to season 19.
We are back in studio and back to business.
I don't want you to miss a word of what I've got to say.
With new shows.
This is your show, but this is my episode.
New issues.
The silent epidemics in America.
And new solutions.
Why do you feel that I am the only one that can help you?
An all-new season starts right now. Today in a Dr. Phil exclusive.
My sister is running a cult.
She believes she's God.
Mother God says she has reincarnated more than 500 times.
Yeah, I've been killed several times. Help me!
But her sister Chelsea is concerned that Amy has become mentally ill.
All of Amy's followers refer to her as mom or mama.
Do you believe that she is God?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amy is here today for her first ever television interview.
Okay, time out.
I'm really curious why you locked a child in the closet.
They were put in timeout.
That's flat out abuse. Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. Well, during this past year, we have experienced a drastic shift in daily life due to COVID-19, including how we work here at Dr. Phil. Now, in order to return to work onto my set safely, it took months and months of meticulous planning and preparation. My senior staff and I spent the summer diligently preparing the studio in order to keep everyone safe. The major adjustments are listed in this long-form document. And I want to thank everyone on the Viacom CBS Paramount COVID-19 Task Force for their tireless efforts in helping us create a safe return-to-work protocol. There's no studio audience. We just didn't feel like it was safe right now to pack 250 people into this building. But with the help of a company called Ionico, I am welcoming a virtual audience with more than 100 people who can watch and participate as before, but from home instead of here in the studio. So welcome to all of you. Appreciate your being here. Robin is here front and center, not only supporting me, but so many of our courageous guests. She has been a selfless contributor to the show for 18 years, and that's never going to change. So she's here with me as usual. And speaking of virtual technology, the majority of my staffers are able to work from home. Thanks to all of you who are working so hard to make sure that we maintain our commitment to excellence. Those few who will come here in studio on tape days, including myself and Robin, are required to wear masks, except when we're on camera, sanitize our hands, take COVID tests. The entire studio has been divided into zones with staffers assigned to work in specific areas to avoid unnecessary contact. Guests, staffers, and Robin and I are required to fill out online questionnaires just to get on the lot. And when we drive to the studio lot, our temperatures are taken at the security gate. It's a whole new world, and we are just all working together as a team to safely share stories with the hope that each guest teaches and inspires viewers at home during these challenging times. Now, will we be talking about COVID-19 and quarantine issues some? Well, of course we will. It's part of the challenge that we're dealing with. But we are mostly going to be talking about the rest of your life. And you still have lives, marriages, children, jobs, relationships, problems, frustration, goals, and visions for yourself and those you love. So let's just get started. Now, our guest today calls herself Mother God. She is the leader of an organization called Love Has Won, and her members were very excited about her appearance today. Take a look.
Mom did her interview with Dr. Phil yesterday. Something big is happening. She's going to kick ass because all of these people are liars, and Mom's going to be sharing the whole truth.
Well, Mother God, as she is known by her followers, says she has a divine plan to help humanity, but her sister Chelsea claims the group is a cult and is concerned that Amy has become mentally ill. Chelsea says 14 years ago, Amy left her own family, including her young children, to join a man she called Father God and is now brainwashing members. Now, Mother God says she can do surgery with her hands, talk to the dead, and has reincarnated more than 500 times. Her family fears not only for her safety, but the safety of all of the followers. Take a look.
I believe that my daughter Amy is the leader of a cult.
Growing up, my sister Amy was very sweet.
She got good grades.
Amy didn't show any signs of acting different.
Amy was married 3 times by the time she was in her early 20s.
Amy had 3 children with 3 different dads.
After her 3rd child was born, Amy became very distant.
She did neglect her children.
Around 2006, she started acting strangely.
Amy has bounced around from different states.
She started calling herself Mother God, and she believed that she was God.
My sister is running a cult with a bunch of followers in Hawaii.
She has been in charge of a group called Love Has Won.
She believes that she has been sent here to save the world.
No matter what's happened to me, I will still stand for love. I commanded all my atoms to come home back in the light.
All of Amy's followers refer to her as Mom or Mama.
Mom is absolutely amazing. She's magical.
I believe that Amy is scamming all of her followers. She has people buy stuff for her and send her gifts.
Your contract is to be conscious. So having the unconscious is saying, I'm failing my contract, Mother.
Love Has Won puts out daily live streams every day. On all the videos, she is screaming, she is cursing, she is demanding people to do what she asks.
My own light workers battled me! Serving love and bringing in a new paradigm, you whores.
Amy calls anyone who is a non-believer whores and retards.
Spiritual ego whores, done! If you're not connected to me, you're out.
Amy does seem high and drunk in the videos.
Amy believes that she can give spiritual surgeries, and she believes that she can heal anyone with her hands.
My sister has claimed to talk to famous people as Robin Williams.
I got him, Robin.
She claims that she is Jesus, Marilyn Monroe, Cleopatra, and different people in the past.
You can, tear me down, kill me. I've been killed several times. Kill me!
It does seem like they're following a crazy person. She's not Amy anymore.
Well, Amy, who calls herself Mother God, is here today for her first ever television interview, and we're going to talk to her in just a bit. But first, joining me is Amy's mom, Linda, her sister, Chelsea, and virtually Amy's other sister, Tara. So welcome to all 3 of you. I'm glad you're here. Let me start with you, Mom. You say this is not the daughter that you raised.
That is correct. Amy is not who I raised.
Were you surprised when she abandoned her 3 children?
Yes, I was.
That was not something you expected her to do.
No, I didn't.
You didn't see any warning signs of
Nope,
it?
none.
Was she close to her children?
No, not really. She wasn't a very maternal mother. We had the children a lot in our family over to our house.
Right. When was the last time you talked to her?
Probably about a year and a half ago. We had a pretty short conversation.
Okay. And Chelsea, Do you think that this is just a big con, or do you think she's mentally ill? Do you think she's too far gone to come back to being your sister? What do you think?
I think it's a combination. I believe that she has been brainwashed, and so I think there's some mental illness there. Sometimes she acts as if she's Amy, and then sometimes she acts like completely different people. So I see that mental illness. I do think she's possibly too far gone to get help, though.
Okay. So you believe that she believes some of what she's saying?
Absolutely. But I also believe that she rambles sometimes, and I think she doesn't even know what the truth is anymore.
Okay. But do you think some of this is a conscious con on her part?
Absolutely. Taking people's money and traveling and using it for her good and the cult's good is awful.
So you think that part's a conscious scam? She knows what she's doing?
Absolutely. Last time I spoke with her, she said I could come visit her and stay there. But I, of course, told her I didn't feel safe doing that.
Yeah. Why would you not feel safe?
The things that they show on these videos, the abuse, the screaming. I mean, you saw the videos of her cussing and being awful to people. I don't want to be treated that way.
Yeah. And Tara, what do Amy's children think of her now?
I most recently spoke with her oldest son, and he said she's crazy. He knew it would come to a point at one time where she would just need help. He doesn't reach out to her or anything.
Okay. And how about the other children?
I don't think the other children talk to her.
Do they see what's going on the internet? Do they look at these live streams? Do they know what she's doing?
I know that the oldest son and the daughter have talked about it, but neither of them have reached out to her.
Do you know if she's reached out to them to invite them to come visit or to come join the organization?
She's reached out to the oldest son, and he, I know that they met at one point, and he didn't want to have anything to do with it.
And what has she told you about her beliefs as Mother God?
I Skyped her about a month ago, and I told her I was extremely concerned about her. And she looked at me and laughed in my face and said she was Mother God, that I shouldn't be concerned about her.
Okay. What has she told you about her beliefs?
She believes she is God. She is, you know, over everyone, over the world. We're all her children in her eyes.
Well, we're going to meet her and talk to her and see what she has to say. Coming up, Chelsea says that her sister Amy is drunk from morning until night, which seems like an odd thing for God to do, but I guess she can explain that. And she feels like if she doesn't get her sister help soon, that she will die. But Amy says she doesn't need help, that she's the helper. We'll meet her and talk to her about that next.
I've done over 100,000 surgeries. I healed people of cancer over and over with the power of love. I have reincarnated many, many moments. I have full memory of all my lives. I fully remember being hanged on the cross as Jesus.
And later, your mother said that you were never really maternal. I'm really curious why you locked a child in the closet.
Yeah? You're not listening.
I have said many times that it's very ironic that Amy would name herself Mother God. She was never a good mother. She gave up her 3 children, and I don't know how anyone could call themselves a mother when they haven't been.
Well, Amy's sister Chelsea and her mom Linda say they just really don't recognize a woman who calls herself Mother God. Take a look.
I was called onto a mission in 2006, and I just surrendered and embraced truth. It's okay. I am God. I am Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, Great Spirit, Spider Woman, White Buffalo Calf Woman. My angels told me that I had to go serve humanity and that I had to give up everything. I did that, and I went to Colorado Love has won is just the new paradigm that we all can share in unity. I wanted to bring joy, which is reality. And I produce miracles. Kind of like Jesus. I've done over 100,000 surgeries. I healed people of cancer over and over with the power of love. Robin Williams came in 2014 when he died. He's been with me ever since. He talks to me. He's a guide. I have reincarnated many, many moments. I was Marilyn Monroe, Joan of Arc, Jesus. Humanity's going to trip about that because they always thought Jesus was a masculine. A mother has to bear children. I have full memory of all my lives. I fully remember being hanged on the cross as Jesus. We're not a cult. Absolutely not. What is a cult? A cult, is not transparent. Point blank. I'm transparent.
Some of the other accusations were that you use sleep deprivation as a way to control people.
I'm sorry. One moment. That's funny. Do I do that? Absolutely not. They're jealous. They wanted to do what I did and I've done. So they want to take it from me because they want it for their own self. But I did it. I am bringing peace to the planet. That's my role. It's my job. And I'll do whatever it takes.
Well, Amy joins us now by Skype. So welcome. I'm glad you're here to talk.
Hi. Love you, Dr. Phil.
So how are things?
They're very peaceful here at the moment.
Yeah. So things are often not peaceful around you because I've seen some of your streams. I've seen some of the things that videos where you seem to be upset a lot, yelling and screaming and calling names and all. What is it that upsets you the most?
Well, a lot of those are taken out of context and not properly represented. However, where the upset comes from me is when, as I serve love every day and I am in love in action every moment. That is my role. I've been like that since I was born, serving love. And a lot of the anger things, I suppose, if you call them that, or is it passion, comes out because I've been raped several times. I've been stolen from. They burned my house down. I've been come after so much. And it gets a little, you get a little weary. It's, keep living the truth and being the truth despite anything coming at me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that that's happened to you. It seems like your tone is not always peaceful with your followers. Let me let you look at this and then you can comment on it.
Kill me! Spiritual ego horse, done! My own light workers, battle me! Serving love and bringing a new paradigm, you whores.
Wow. That seems pretty aggressive for someone that's leading the world to love. That seems counterintuitive. You'll have to explain that to me.
I agree with you. It was taken in a moment where a lot of things were happening to me, and I was upset, and that's how I expressed it.
You have 3 children.
Yes, I do.
How do you explain abandoning your children? And later, really curious why you locked a child in the closet.
Right now.
Explain that to me.
I will help you with that.
Now, you have 3 children, correct?
Yes, I do.
And you left those children when they were 2, 7, and 12, and just up and left them. But yet you call yourself Mother God. How do you explain abandoning your children?
For me, I did not abandon my children. I begged my angels I didn't want to leave. And they told me I had to go on mission. If I didn't do it, then no one else would. And I had to make a jump, and I had to make a decision.
So just a higher calling.
Yes, absolutely.
A higher calling.
I gave over all the papers to their fathers and said, thank you for taking care of our children. I appreciate it. And I left on mission. Did my heart break every day for about a year? Yes.
Well, I need your help explaining something for me, because your mother said that you were never really maternal, and I'm really curious why you locked a child in the closet. Take a look at this.
3. Mother God, you want me to get to 3? I'll put you in timeout. I don't have a problem about that. Okay, timeout.
You got the timer, 2 minutes?
Yeah, I got it.
Show my mind. Your mind is in the media. It's how we keep people. Are you ready? Come on. Let's stop now.
Come here, Ogden.
Thank you, buddy. Mother. Good job.
Thank you.
Go to mother.
Come here.
Go to mother.
Come here. Oh, you want to do the one? You want to do it over again? Up, back up.
2 more.
Yep. Out. Time out. Yep. You're not listening.
I've got something to say to that. What do people?
They better listen.
People need. What? Exactly.
Okay, we can let him out now. See what's going on here.
All
right. All right.
Trust the process, right?
You need to surrender.
I trust what's real.
Surrender to mother.
She did. What's tangible? Right? What I can.
Now.
But I'm right
now. You want to go back in time out? I'll just 1, 2, 3 game. I'm not kidding about that.
I'm sorry. I need you to help me with that. Explain that to me.
I will help you with that. What was happening in that group dynamic is that these children came to see me, and in their environment, they were very dysfunctional. They hadn't been disciplined, and I feel that's, the majority of humanity hasn't had discipline, and children have to have boundaries. So what was happening is that they didn't have any boundaries. We started coming up with ideas of how to assist them. One of my ideas was, just whatever their age is, just 2 minutes of timeout. And if they can't, get it, then they go back in timeout. I mean, screaming behavior is, why are they screaming? Why are they out of control? And I was assisting in that situation with the mother and the father.
Well, that's just that's flat out abuse to lock a child in a closet like that. And what really bothers me is not the poor judgment that I see on your part, but the fact that I'm looking at 5 or 6 or 7 adults in the room, and not one person in the room has the backbone to stand up and say, this is not okay. You're not going to bully and abuse this child and traumatize them by putting them in a closet with a closed door like this.
What we were doing is experimenting
on a child.
They weren't locked in a closet. They were put in timeout, Dr. Phil.
In a closet.
Timeout.
In a closet.
Yeah.
With a closed door.
Well, they were in dark so that they could focus and center on themselves. And we put an adult there with them.
There was an adult in the closet?
Of course.
I don't believe that.
You can ask the mother.
Yeah, coming up, Amy has many devoted followers who say Mother God is a healer. We'll meet 2 of her followers next. What is Mother God to you?
She is everything to us.
Are you all aware that she says that she's actually Jesus and remembers hanging on the cross? Now, 2 devoted members of Love Has Won, Hope and Aurora, speak for hours daily online about Mother God. And in fairness and balance, I wanted to give an opportunity for people that support Amy to have their voice as well. We've heard from family members who think she's not Mother God and don't support what she's doing. And so they're going to join us now via Skype. So Aurora, Hope, thank you both for being here and being willing to chat.
An honor to be here. Thank you for having us.
So you believe that Amy is Mother God, correct?
Yes, we know so.
And what is Mother God to you?
She is everything to us.
I mean, what does Mother God, do you believe that she is God?
Absolutely.
Yes. So you spend the day in the presence of the deity, of God, the creator of the universe.
Yes.
That must be an amazing experience for you.
It has been, and yes, it is.
Okay, and she has said that she's done over 100,000 healing sessions, including spiritual surgery, where she can take a brain out spiritually and heal the brain and then put it back in the body spiritually. I mean, she's not saying she actually physically takes the brain out of the skull. Correct, Amy?
Yes.
Over 100,000 times.
I've done it over 100,000 sessions, yes.
Okay.
Probably more than that.
That must drain you something terrible.
It takes a lot of work, but I have a lot of energy, despite my condition.
And how long does something like that take?
Anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on.
Wow. And Hope, Aurora, have you all been there for this? Have you seen these miracles happen?
Yeah. We have seen it, yes.
Yeah. Now, she's been involved in this organization, Love Has Won, for 15 years, and Mother God, I guess, for 12. So if she's done over 100,000 of these, that would be 6,667 a year, 555 a month. That would be 18 times a day, 365 days a year without ever missing. So
that's correct.
Are there 100,000 people that she's encountered that needed this?
Well, we haven't been here with Mom for 14 years, but from the 2.5 years that we have been here, I mean, she was doing up to more than 30 surgeries a day, just that we were physically speaking to the people she did the surgeries on, and all have amazing testimonial. They have witnessed and experienced the miracle. And that's just the nuggets that we have spoken to. And she's done thousands and thousands more of beings way before we ever even joined Mom.
Amy, that's got to wear you out.
It did eventually, because now I'm paralyzed, but I still can do the surgery.
Are y'all aware that she says that she's actually Jesus? That she's reincarnated from being Jesus?
Yes. Yes. Yes, she has the documentation.
And remembers hanging on the cross.
She remembers that lifetime, yes.
Yeah. And Amy, you say you recall 534 lifetimes, correct?
That's correct.
If those lifetimes averaged 50 years each, that would be 26,700 years. If it was 30 years each, that would be 16,020 years that you've been alive.
Yes.
We're 2,020 years since the birth of Christ. So 14,000 years you've been on this earth before Christ.
That's correct.
It's no wonder you're tired.
That's actually.
Yeah. Does it strike y'all odd that she drinks so much?
No. I mean, you have to envision that she is the embodiment of Mother Earth. So if you were to meet Mother Earth in a physical vessel, which is Mom, she is in extreme amounts of pain.
If she's God, then wouldn't she just resolve that pain spiritually?
She can't. It's based on a karmic contract with humanity.
What do y'all have to say about that?
I don't believe any of it.
I don't either.
Coming up, Amy says that Love Has Won is absolutely not a cult, but a victim who just left the organization says they are exploiting people for financial gain and feeding off fears during the pandemic. We'll talk to her next.
It was sleep deprivation, mental manipulation. I do see it as an attempt to brainwash. When I did go in to see Mother God for the first time, it was odd to see someone frail in a bed.
Former member Ashley says she fled Love Has Won without any of her belongings after she finally reached her breaking point with this group. Take a look.
I first learned about Love Has Won through an online Facebook page. I made the decision to go and visit them. When I got there, it was a beautiful ranch. Amy's the main leader. I did believe that she was God while I was there. And the first day I was there, somebody was sent away. So right off the bat, I was a little confused about what I was getting myself involved in. I was told that I was embodying different lower energies and that I had to transform them. You had to follow all of the rules. You stayed up till at least midnight. You wake up at 5, no exceptions, every day. You're not supposed to sit. They claim that if you weren't in motion, that you were taking energy from Mother God. You'd have very limited sleep. I do see it as an attempt to brainwash. It was sleep deprivation, mental manipulation. I was not allowed to see Mother God the first 2 weeks that I was there. They claimed that I had to reach a higher vibration of energy before I could visit Mother God. When I did go in to see Mother God for the first time, it was odd to see someone frail in a bed in front of you. She says that she's paralyzed. She had been carried from the bed to the toilet. She never left her room. I do feel Amy has a drinking problem. She consumed beer all day long. Amy would perform what she expressed was an etheric surgery. She did claim that she could remove tumors, kidney failure. She would gather funds through performing these surgeries. I've heard talk about money in certain accounts. I was blown away. She claimed in one of them was over $400,000. And another one I heard was $100,000. I do think Amy's running a scam. 2 months into being with the group, I left all my belongings behind. I kind of made a quick getaway. When I got in the plane to come home, everything hit me all at once, like a ton of bricks. Wow, this is not what I thought it was going to be at all. It's way more extreme. I feel this is a dangerous group to anybody's mental health.
Well, Ashley's joining us now virtually. Ashley, tell me this. What were you looking for when you went to join this group to begin with?
They were looking for peace and unity and love on the earth, especially during these times, and that was something that I resonated with.
Why did you feel the need to leave quickly, leave all your belongings behind, and bail without notice?
Well, once I realized that they were using mental manipulation and sleep deprivation, things like that, pitting other of us against each other, I realized that it was something that was going to be more mentally straining for me to stay and tell them, hey, I would like to leave. I felt like at that point, since I had been there with sort of my family, that it would have been easier for me to just make a quick getaway and not tell anybody, because once you leave, a couple of the members that have left ended up in danger.
Ended up in danger how?
I know one of the members ended up being found near death.
How long were you there?
I was there for about 2 months.
Oh, 2 months, And did you meet Amy while you were there?
I was able to see her a few times throughout my visit. It wasn't very many, but it was a few times.
Amy, do you use sleep deprivation and mental manipulation as is being said here?
Son, are you going to wake up and serve God, or are you going to go to sleep?
Yes. Ashley, is that the kind of thing you're talking about? Amy, do you use sleep deprivation and mental manipulation as is being said here?
Absolutely, that is incorrect. Do I have boundaries? we're energetic, and the whole team can adhere to them or not. There's no, like, you have to do that.
Let's see what Amy thinks about this footage.
Sonny, you gonna wake up and serve God, or you gonna go to sleep?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Serve God.
Really? Mm-hmm. When? When you choose?
Today, as soon as I'm
Sometime
up.
today?
As soon as I'm up, yes.
Okay. Well, when are you gonna get up? Because everyone's up. We never went to sleep while you sleeping. You had your hour, and then we got you up. Like a new day. This went back to sleep. Oh, wait till Mama hears what happened here.
Ashley, is that the kind of thing you're talking about?
Yes. Whenever we were supposed to stay up past the midnight, it was kind of a big deal if you were falling asleep, or if there was something that if you were getting tired, you'd end up being berated for it, as you saw in that video.
Yeah. Amy, what's the purpose of that?
It's energetics and it's consciousness, and a lot of beings are not utilizing their sleep properly. So I just set up boundaries so that everyone knew that, and they all take naps.
Uh-huh. You say that you're paralyzed now, correct?
That's correct.
So you can't.
And I have 5-stage level of cancer as well. 100% full body.
You have stage 5 cancer.
Yes.
And what is stage 5 cancer?
That's to the bones.
You can't heal that?
I have made all my attempts to do that for myself, and that's why I'm here in Hawaii, to really focus in on that and do that for myself.
Uh-huh. Coming up, a woman says her husband abandoned his family, a 6-figure job, and donated more than $10,000 to Love Is One, all to end up on the brink of death. We'll talk to her about that next. You do not want to miss that. We delve into accusations of animal abuse with what I find to be extremely disturbing video. All that and more as we dig into what is really going on in this organization called Love Has Won. We'll see you tomorrow.
Memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was the last time. I've always been naive. Call it.
You know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it.